Well, hello everybody, it's Suffolk Andy here, and I'm standing on the Halfpenny Pier at Harwich. I'm in Essex, and across the way there, across the water, is Suffolk. And we've been that side before, but I don't think we've ever been this side. So we're actually in Essex here. This is the two rivers meet here. You've got the Orwell there, and the Stour here. Felixstowe over there, the biggest container port, I think, in Britain, or one of the biggest ones. And this is the Halfpenny Pier. And the reason it's called that is because they used to charge you in Victorian times half a penny to come on here. Apparently it was a bit bigger in them days, but it caught fire, and this is what's left. If you look over to my right, you can't quite see down there, is Langard Point, which is the entrance between Felixstowe and the estuary here, and that was the scene of the last invasion of Britain by the Dutch. And they landed on the beach there and were beaten back with good English gunfire, I think they call it. And so that's the history of this area, really. Very maritime, as you can see, ships and whatever. Beautiful place, very beautiful place. And I thought I'd just nip down here today on this beautiful day and show you. So I'll just walk through, show you a little bit more as we go. See the old lightship there? They used to be all over the place in this part of the world. They're all out of service now, but they used to be stationed down around the coast for all the bad areas for shipping. They weren't wrecked and stuff like that on the sandbanks. And there are the pilot boats over there that go out and put the pilots on these huge, great container ships and get them in here. One of these container ships I know is one of the biggest container ships in the world. I don't know which one it is over there. There I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 from here. But one of those is the biggest container ship in the world. It's supposed to have come in today. Which one it is, I can't tell you. They all look the same to me. But there you go. That's the Halfpenny Pier at Harwich. Nice little place to come down on a bike. Nice little ride. Get through here. Little calf and stuff like that. And there you go, the Halfpenny Pier Visitor Centre. I think that's in the Victorian times where you used to pay a halfpenny to get on the pier. But they also used the pier for cross-channel ferries in Victorian times. The old paddle steamers used to leave here and go across to France. But I don't think they do that anymore now. It's all down on the down in Dover and places like that. You can see you can get some refreshments. A few bikers get down here as well. Some nice bikes here, look. An RC8. That. What do you think of that one? It's a beast. Look at that, eh? But it goes like stink. But anyway, get back to the old Harley over here and get on with the ride home. Well, I hope you enjoyed the little trip round the Halfpenny Pier in Harwich. I'm then going to make my way back to Ipswich. I think we might as well have a little subject today. It was brought up the other night on Mr. B's Hangout. It was a question put by Hepcup Harley, Mr. Unbelievable Hepcup Harley. He's a fantastic guy, but anyway, that's beside the point. I don't want to make his head too big. Yeah, he asked a question of how do you deal with anger when you're on your bike, and he meant if you, as you all know, we have to deal with all these bloody car drivers who drive like friggin' knobs, and they are quite frustrating at times. All the things they do. And he was asking how do we cope with it, and we all answered differently. Skeggy and Wyvern Biker said different things, you know, how they cope with it. And I said to him, you know, when I was younger I didn't cope with it very well at all, but as I've got older it seems that I can cope with it a bit better. I have a good old swear up if somebody cuts me up or pulls out a bit on me, and that's about all I do now. I don't get into a rage anymore. Don't get into a rage anymore because I don't think it's worth it. The trouble is, if you're on a bike and you get into a rage situation with a car or a car driver, he's in his box, he's in his metal box, and you're on a bike, and if there is an accident caused by this anger, his anger or your anger, you're going to come off worse. It's a known fact, so it's just not worth getting involved. A couple of times in the past I got involved with drivers, and it could have landed up quite ugly and quite dangerous really. So now I don't even bother now. I just take it on the chin, have a swear in my crash helmet, and Colchester, and get on with it. I don't know how you get on with it. I don't know how you perceive it. Do you lose your rag and start shouting and swearing and stuff, getting involved? Because I don't. And even Skeggy said to me, he said on the hangout, he said when he was younger he was terrible, and now he's got older he's mellowed out a bit. Do you think it's an age thing when it comes to sort of rage on a bike? You know, because when we're young we're full of beans, aren't we, and all the things that make us young. But maybe when we get a bit older that sort of drains out of you a bit. I don't know, that's, you tell me. You know, if you was younger you was worse, whereas you got older, if you're an older rider you're not so bad, you know. So anyway, let me know. There was a situation when I picked this bike up in September, and I brought it back from Kent. I had to go through the Dartford Tunnel, and at that time the Dartford Tunnel is notorious for tailbacks, and I mean miles, trying to get through the toll booths. And I'm filtering away quite happily, bloody mile after mile, and in front of me I could see a big white van, and that blatantly pulled over to stop me filtering. There was no doubt about it. I see him look in his mirror and he pulled his van over to stop me going through. Well, I got so incensed as I came up to it, as I went past, I put my fist up and hit his wing mirror and smashed it. And because I just went off down the line of cars, there's no way you could catch me. But after I done it, I felt a bit, how can I put it, I felt a bit disgusted with myself really. I thought, well, he's just a knob, and I reacted to that. And Christ, look at that, look at the shit coming out of that car. Yeah, and I felt a bit disgusted with myself because I thought I'd reacted, you know, and hit his wing mirror, and I felt quite bad about it that he got me into that state. And I thought to myself, no, this is going to be the last time I ever do this, you know, because that could have been a situation somewhere else where, you know, he could have caught me, or he could have, you know, I could have been blanked out somewhere and couldn't get through, and, you know, he'd have got out of his car, and what would have happened? It'd been a bloody great scrap, and it's just not worth it. So I don't know what you think. Try and keep calm under all the circumstances that these car drivers give you, or just go mental. I don't know. We've all got stories to tell about our little bit of rages when we get going. So if you have had a bit of a rage, a bit of a rant, about car drivers or got into a situation where you lost control or you wish you hadn't, you know, let me know. Stories would be quite fascinating. But anyway, that's enough from me. I'm going to make myself way back to Ipswich. Ride safe, everybody. Love each other. Suffolk Andy.